Did you know that some of the small, familiar habits you've leaned on for years, those quiet rhythms of your day, might be stealing the very spark that keeps you feeling alive as you age? It's a truth that sneaks up on us. Routines that once sharpened our edges or held us steady can turn into shadows, dimming our vitality, muddying our clarity, and tugging at the independence we fought to keep. No one hands you a warning. By the time you notice, your joints ache deeper, your energy fades faster, and you're left wondering where the time went, maybe even hiding a flicker of regret for letting it slip. But here's the heartbeat of this moment. You can rewrite that story. In this video, we're peeling back the curtain on 6 surprising habits to release after 70. Not because it's a command, but because letting them go could flood your life with strength, purpose, and a joy that feels like coming home. These aren't distant theories or impossible dreams. They're the subtle traps we all stumble into, the patterns that cloak themselves as comfort until they weigh us down. Shedding them isn't about losing something. It's about rediscovering the you that still burns bright, the you with stories to tell and days to seize. Stay with me to the end, because you'll see these threads in your own tapestry and leave with gentle, real ways to weave something new, starting right now. If you haven't subscribed, take a second to join us and ring that bell. Your presence keeps this space alive with meaning. Let's step into it together. Number 1. Shying away from strength. Picture yourself at 72, standing in your kitchen. The floor feels a little harder underfoot, your knees groan as you bend, and the thought of carrying more than a loaf of bread sends a shiver of doubt. So you soften your steps, fewer walks, less lifting, more time in that worn armchair by the window. It feels like wisdom, a shield against strain. But here's the quiet ache of it. Avoiding strength doesn't cradle you, it lets you slip away. After 70, your muscles aren't just tools. They're the roots that ground you, the wings that lift you, the bridge to a life where you decide what's next. Muscle fades, sarcopenia whispers its name, unless you call it back. This isn't about gyms or grueling hours. It's about honoring what's yours. A slow squat by the sink, a gallon of milk raised high, a moment balancing on one leg. It's humble, but holy. Meet Evelyn, 81, from Savannah, Georgia. She'd weathered storms, literal and not, on her wide front porch, but a stumble 3 years back shook her. Fear took root. She retreated to her rocker, watching the world blur beyond the screen door. Her legs weakened, her spirit dimmed, until a friend, half plea, half push, brought her to a senior class. Chairs, stretches, a smile or two. 3 months later, Evelyn climbed those porch steps unaided, tears in her eyes, pride in her chest. She didn't just find strength, she found herself again. Why does this matter? Every muscle you wake says, I'm still me. You stride through a park in the crisp fall air, bend to tie a child's shoe without a wince, rise from your pew with grace. Strength is more than motion, it's dignity, a quiet rebellion against time's pull, a promise to the years ahead. The benefit runs deep. Bones harden, falls fade, confidence blooms. Start small, 5 minutes, a soup can, a steady breath. You're not chasing youth, you're claiming now. Have you felt that drift? This is your chance to hold firm. Number 2. Eating like time stood still. Close your eyes and see it. Your table at 45, a feast of roast chicken, gravy-soaked potatoes, a wedge of pie still warm from the oven. It fueled long days, work, kids, a life in full swing. Now, at 74, you're still piling the plate, chasing that taste of yesterday, because it's comfort, it's memory. But your body's humming a different tune. Slower, softer, asking for less bulk and more care. Those old portions sit heavy, cloud your afternoons, nudge your waistband tight. After 70, food isn't just habit, it's a lifeline, a chance to nourish the you that's still growing. You need less volume, more vitality. Leafy greens that snap, fish that rebuilds, berries that burst with water and life. Less bread, fewer sweets, more soul. Take Roy, 76, from Boise, Idaho. He was a logger once, broad and bold, his dinner's a reward, steak, fries, a cold one by the fire. But lately, he'd doze midday, feel his breath shorten, wrestle with buttons. His son, gentle but firm, handed him a plate, salmon, kale, a peach. Roy balked, where's the heft? Yet weeks later, he woke clear-eyed, hiked his old trail, felt a lightness he'd forgotten. It wasn't loss, it was love, a meal that met him where he stood. The gift. Energy lifts, fog clears, your heart beats steadier. You'll savor a lunch that fuels a walk, not a nap, and sleep deep, unburdened. It's not about rules, it's about respect, feeding the body that's carried you this far. You'll feel sharper, stand taller, live fuller. Comment number 2. If this stirs you, I'm listening. Number 3. Fading from friends. Rewind to your 60s. Laughter over coffee, a neighbor's wave, a phone that rang with voices you knew. Now, at 73, the world's quieter. Maybe your hips protest, maybe loss carved a hollow, or maybe the invite slowed. So you draw the curtains, skip the gatherings, whisper that alone is okay. But that hush isn't rest, it's a slow fade. Connection isn't a frill, it's the thread that stitches your days with meaning. Loneliness doesn't just ache, it dulls your mind, heavies your heart, risks your very breath. Lila, 79, from Asheville, North Carolina, lived this. Her sister's passing broke something, a tether to the world. She shut her door, let the silence settle, told herself it was healing. But her days grayed, her memory blurred, her joy slipped. Her niece saw it, soft eyes, firm hands, and pulled her to a book club. Hesitant steps, a borrowed novel, then voices, warm, alive. Lila shared a laugh, a tear, a page. Color seeped back, her voice found, her spirit mended. She didn't just connect, she came home. Why fight for this? A friend's chuckle sharpens your wit, a hug steadies your soul, a call says you're still vital. It's medicine, depression lifts, memory holds, your heart beats stronger. The benefit is life itself, moments shared, burdens halved, a mirror reflecting your worth. It's not crowds, just a note, a porch chat, a hand reached out. You're not alone unless you lock the door. You've got too much light to hide, let it shine. Number 4. Dismissing the whispers. You're 75, brewing tea, when it hits, a dizzy swirl, a chest flutter, a weariness that clings. Just getting old, you sigh, shaking it off. Doctors feel far, fuss feels frail, so you soldier on. But those murmurs aren't echoes, they're your body's voice, soft but urgent. After 70, small signs aren't trivial, they're lanterns, lighting paths to care. Ignoring them doesn't spare you, it steals your chance to mend what's bent before it breaks. Hank, 80, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, learned this the hard way. A farmer's son, he wore toughness like a badge. No clinics, no complaints. But his eyes hazed, his toes tingled, and he shrugged. Age, he thought. His wife, fierce with love, dragged him to a dock. Early diabetes, teetering but tameable, greens and grit turned it back. Hank sat that night, head in hands, not from shame but awe. Listening didn't weaken him, it armored him. He'd bought years with one visit. The reward? Control stays yours, fewer crises, shorter shadows, more mornings your way. It's not fear, it's power, a vow to the life you've carved, a nod to the wisdom you've earned. Catch it early, and you're not a patient, you're a guardian. Trust that twinge. Speak it loud. Comment number 4. If this echoes, I'm with you. Number 5. Leaning on memory alone. You've always been the keeper. Birthdays etched, pills timed, plans spun in your mind like a clock. At 71, you still trust that web, resisting paper, dodging beeps. But a call slips, a dose doubles, a fog settles where certainty stood. Memory bends with age, not as defeat, but as truth. Clinging to it doesn't prove you. It risks your peace, your health, the quiet order of your days. Doris, 77, from Portland, Maine, held that pride. She'd ruled her bakery with a glance, orders, ovens, all in her head. But time softened her grip, appointments vanished, meds blurred. She fought the pen, felt it a surrender. Then a missed pill left her reeling, heart racing, fear sharp. A pillbox clicked into place, a phone chirped reminders, she exhaled. Doris didn't fade. She rose, her days smooth, her mind free. It was strength, not shame. Why shift? A note lifts weight, less doubt, more calm, a rhythm you command. You'll sleep without replaying, wake without worry, trust your tools like old friends. The benefit is clarity. Your head rests, your heart steadies, your life flows. Scribble it down. You're not losing, you're winning ease. Try it today. You've earned that peace. Number 6. Turning from tech. At 78, tech looms like a stranger. Screens glare, buttons mock, and you say, I've lived fine without it. Decades rolled by with letters and landlines. Why bend now? But that wall doesn't shield you. It boxes you in, away from tools that could lighten your step, widen your world. A text to a child, a beep for your pills, a map to a cafe. Tech isn't a foe, it's a hand, reaching to lift you up. Marvin, 82, from Flagstaff, Arizona, fought that reach. A carpenter's hands, steady and sure, needed no gadgets. His daughter bridged the gaps. But Reliance chafed. He felt small. She sat him down, patient, kind, showed him a screen, a tap, a text. He fumbled, cursed, then smiled, words to his son, a forecast for his ridge. Marvin stood straighter, asked less, lived more. He didn't master it, he claimed it, a quiet victory under desert stars. The gain. Freedom grows, fewer favors, more paths, a world at your fingertips. You'll call a friend from miles away, check the sky before a drive, hear a doctor without the wait. It's not about youth, it's about now, a spark of wonder, a bridge to what's next. The benefit is yours, time saved, ties strengthened, a life unbound. Peek at it, you're not late, you're alive. Comment, number 6, if this calls you, I'm rooting. Take a breath here with me. Which habit hums in your quiet moments? Which one pricks your heart? After 70, the map shifts, no guide, just you, tracing lines to what's next. These 6 shadows, sitting still, eating old echoes, fading from voices, ignoring cries, trusting memories wane, shunning tech, they're not sins, they're echoes time outlived. Letting them fall isn't loss, it's a rising, a claim on the fire, the clarity, the joy you've earned. You don't need a storm, just a ripple. A stretch over stillness, a plate that heals, a voice that finds you. Aging isn't retreat, it's a refining, a chance to live truer, lighter, fuller. Every choice you make whispers, I'm still here, still growing, still maturing. The benefit is a life that fits, stronger bones, clearer days, deeper ties. What moved you today? What'll you shift? Tell me below, your words light this path. Like, subscribe, share. This isn't just talk, it's a bond. Thank you for walking it with me. See you soon.